Hi, I'm CJ and this is my RC channel. In this video, I'm going to be unboxing the Axial Capra 1.9 Unlimited Trail Buggy. And this is the kit. This is not a ready to run. As you probably know by now if you've been following my channel, I prefer to build things much more than I'd rather have just a ready to run. I enjoy that process of assembling, choosing certain parts, making it my own personal vehicle. And in this one, I'm going to be running a hobby wing. It's a crawler specific ESC and motor, and they are very nice, and I'll go over all of that stuff. There's a lot of things I'm going to need to go over during this process. I'm going to be doing a full series on this build. If you've watched some of my builds, you know that I go into great detail. I show you almost every nut and bolt being put in place. This is a very nice kit. For some people have called it that it's what the Wraith should have been, if you're familiar with Axial's kits. It has some visual similarities to the SCX-10 in its undercarriage, the way the transmission is located, things of that nature. 4-link rear, all the links are metal right out of the box instead of plastic. And letting you upgrade yourself later. The transmission is all metal gears, and it has a dig. If you are familiar with a dig, you're going to want a third channel for this kit if you decide to build one of these. There is a second servo. You have your steering servo, and then there's a micro servo that activates the dig or deactivates it. And what that does is it basically locks the rear axle, so that your front tires pull, and that allows you to make very, very tight turns, as you'll see when I get this built and demo it for you. And I plan on doing a lot of crawling videos this winter. I'm going to be going out with some friends. We go to a couple local parks and crawl. I've also got an old SCX-10. This is not included with this particular series. That I'm going to be rejuvenating. It's literally 8 years old, maybe a little more. It's been sitting on the shelf in a stage of not being finished, and I'm going to do a series on that, and I'm going to be modifying it extensively and doing a lot of neat stuff with it. So if you like crawlers, definitely subscribe, click the little bell icon, that way you get notified anytime I release a new video. I try to get several out a week, sometimes more, so there's a lot to see. I'll be going over this as I said, in great detail and showing you the full build. I'm really excited about this. It looks like it's going to be really neat. It's got portal axles. If you're not familiar, portal axles move the use a pair of gears to raise the axle shaft output above the center line of the wheel. That way you're effectively raising the axle in relationship to the wheels and tires, thus creating more center clearance, which is the downfall of all all-wheel drive vehicles that have solid axles. Independent suspension allows you to raise that center point, but with solid axles, you're stuck unless you have portal axles. And these are really nice setup. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to drive. It should crawl really well, and it should zoom along pretty fast too on open trail sections. Just generally a great all-around crawler. If I were buying a new crawler, I wanted to get into the hobby, unless I was trying to compete at a specific class or level, if I was just buying myself my first crawler, I would probably go with this. It probably gives you the most all-around blend of crawling, bashing, fun, just generally going outside and zooming it around, having a lot of fun. The 1.9 in the name refers to the size of tires. There are 1.9s and 2.2s. Now that doesn't necessarily give you the overall height of the tire. That is your rim size. And there are tires that go above the standard 1.9 size tire, which will give you a little more height. You could even conceivably put a set of 2.2s on here because the body is very narrow, the wheels are completely exposed, there's no body work for them to rub up against, and that may be something that I try and demo for you at some point. I've got a lot of little things planned for this, little mods, little tricks. wheel weights, all kinds of knickknacks that are going to help improve this, make it a better kit. But we're going to start out with just a basic build and take it out and have some fun with it and show you what it's capable of. So, I hope you enjoy this series of videos. Please keep watching. Please click like on this video. And I'm not done because I've got to unbox this for you. So I'm going to take this over the table, set it down, open it up, and let's have a look at what's inside. Okay, let's have a look at what's inside. Let's just have a look around the box first, though. We get an LED light bar. They have very durable new servo horns. They have a nice looking interior going there. We've got grill and headlight buckets, so you can mount extra LEDs in the headlights. We have the portal axles, which is one of the highlights of this kit, that raise the axle, and the standard type of axial skid plate. That's kind of a feature that they have repeated again and again and again. We have the dig transmission, all metal gears, metal ring and pinion gears. Well, there's the hood release, not a big item there. Large bore aluminum shocks, universal axle set, 6mm stainless steel links, stainless steel pivot balls, and the HD wild bore drive shafts, which are also a staple item on axial kits. So here we have sections of the chassis, left and right sides. More plastic items. There's our front grille. Various center sections. Our clear Lexan body, or the interior section that'll need to get painted. Here we have the rest of the body panels. There's not much body to this, but that's typical of this type of vehicle. Here we have some beadlock rims that we will screw together and clamping the tires in place. This is a nice heavy bag. These portal axles are going to weigh a decent amount. It's going to help put a lot of weight down low. There's full ball bearings and all metal gears, so this weighs a really decent amount. And this is our rear axle. No steering knuckles. Here are our shock absorbers, and they are real shock absorbers. They're going to be oil filled. This is another heavy bag. This is our gearbox and transmission. Again, lots of bearings, lots of heavy, sturdy metal gears. There's our pinion gear. Another seriously heavy bag. This is our front axle and steering knuckles and such. Our portal steering blocks. So this is going to be a really hefty kit and this is another really heavy bag here. These are our stainless steel linkages and the ball cups and the ball studs. So, you know, again, a lot of weight there. And drive shafts. So, I mean, I'm going to get out my scale and just give you some idea of what some of these things are weighing in at. So in ounces, the bag with our linkages is almost 0.7 ounces. Oh, I just did that. That was silly. In grams, that is 246 grams for the linkages. Front axle in grams is 216 grams, or 7.65 ounces. I want to check this again. I don't think that was right. No, 8.7 ounces, excuse me, for these linkages. Transmission comes in at 8.5 ounces, 8.6. The shocks aren't going to be very heavy. 3.7 ounces. Rear axle is 6 ounces, or 170 grams. I think it's worth weighing the wheels. The one thing I'm not seeing in here is tires. And I guess the kit does not come with them. I didn't notice anything specific regarding that. No problem. I've already picked up a set of aftermarket tires that are supposed to be a big improvement on the stock Axial tires. So I assume that's just a thing with the kit, is that they don't give you tires. They want you to get those for yourself. Still a surprise. These are our stickers and our instructions. So there's our kit. I'm going to go ahead and do a full build video on this for you. If there are repetitive sections, I will skip them and let you know. But everything is a little different. There aren't a lot of differentials to assemble, repetitive items. The shock absorbers, you know, I'll put one shock together and show you the process. They've already got our shock fluid in here, 35 weight. So everything is ready to go. Everything's nicely packaged and organized, typical of Axial, and most people's kits are pretty good about that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. The next video, I'm going to be starting to assemble the kit, and please continue to watch. I think you'll find it interesting and informative. Thank you. Please click like and please subscribe to my channel.